Hi, I'm Polly. Welcome to my Sylvanian village. It's a small collection with just 4 houses, but every character here has a unique story. Let's start with the biggest home, the beaver's red roof house. This is the Woodbrook beaver family. They were my very first full family, and in my village we live in this red roof house with the secret attic. The mother beaver is a housewife with a passion for sewing clothes, so she has a sewing machine in her bedroom. Right now she's saying goodbye to the children. This is the hiking version of Woodbrook Girl and a baby from the beaver's hiking set. The beaver home is almost never empty because customers are always visiting. And this town-style cat mother from the McCavity family is wearing a handmade outfit. In my story, the beaver mother created this dress especially for her, and today she comes to make a new order. As you can see, the house is full of life. The water beaver is happily playing with the baby, while up in the secret attic room, the water's beaver girl has her own cozy space. Here you can see Margaret Petit, this elegant bear mother in her lovely dress. In my village she's one of the most loyal customers of Beaver Mother, always coming back for new outfits. Meanwhile, Father Beaver is helping a friend. He's a village builder and is currently advising Edward, the mulberry raccoon toy maker, on the best materials for his latest toy design. Let's visit Larchwood Lodge, home of the Honey Fox family. I've renamed them after the young Sheldon characters, George, Mary, Missy and Sheldon, because their funny, slightly chaotic family energy fits that show so well. In my village, George, the fox father, also works as a sports trainer at the local school, so the children and cheerleaders know him very well. The fox children are very social and their friends are the Berry Grove cheerleaders. Here you can see Lisa Renard the fox and Lucille Sparkle the rabbit. They come in matching cheer uniforms with pom-poms, ready to cheer on the school team and practice their routines in the fox's living room. This mouse here is the school nurse, a figure released in 2011. In the official materials she was called Brie Norwood, but because she's clearly a Macy's mouse, many collectors treat her as Mrs. Harvey Macy's instead. In my village she has been looking after children at the school for many years, doing checkups and taking care of anyone who feels unwell. She also works very closely with George, the fox father, because he's a sports trainer at the school and wants to make sure his team stays healthy. Today she stopped by Larchwood Lodge to check that the children and cheerleaders are all healthy and full of energy to their next match, and to chat with George about how his training sessions are going. The foxes also love hosting cozy afternoon teas. Here they've invited the cottontail rabbit grandparents. I don't have a special log house for them yet, but I imagine they live in a small, very warm and friendly cottage somewhere in the end of the village. For now, they enjoy visiting other families, sharing stories and listening to what the young villagers are up to. Now we're going to Cedar Terrace, where the Walnut squirrel family lives. They are one of the main modern squirrel families with classic brown fur and nighttime names. The kids are playing with their field mouse friends, while the moms chat are downstairs in the bedroom and the dads relax in the living room. This countryside family was released in 2009 and has very simple rural clothing that I really like. I don't have a farmhouse for them yet, but I always imagine them eventually moving into Highfields Farm. Later, the Walnuts host an evening tea party with their cousins, the Apple Blossom squirrel family. They were never sold as one complete family, the figures come from different sets. Father Christopher Apple Blossom runs the watermill bakery by the river and gets up very early to bake bread and pastries for the village. Here he's brought a basket of fresh bread for the dinner table. Mother Jane Apple Blossom is a ballet teacher and their daughter Justina is her star pupil. Justina shows off her new dance movies and the parents settle in with tea and a cozy chat in the living room. At the Red Roof Cozy Cottage, a very special house in my collection because it holds both my first figure and my current traveler. This Persian cat girl is Nora Tick from the cosmetic counter set, and she was the very first Sylvanian figure in my collection. This set comes with a dressing table, stool and a whole counter full of makeup and skincare, tiny perfumes, lotions, nail polish, brushes and little cotton pads. In my story, Nora helps her friends choose beauty products and loves all the magical beauty lotions and potions. For a long time she lived alone. Then my second figure arrived, Freya Chocolate, the main chocolate rabbit girl. Freya came with this very cottage, and in my village she became Nora's best friend and roommate. For quite a while, Nora and Freya were the only two figures I had, so they feel very special to me. Even now that my village is bigger, I still imagine them as best friends. Now this cottage is home to Emilia, the snow rabbit mother from the Weekend Traveler set. In my village, this is her base between journeys. She returns here with her suitcase full of notes, souvenirs, and ideas for her travel writing. I like to think that in the evenings, Emilia tells travel stories at the kitchen table while Nora talks about beauty potions and Freya shares news from the rest of the village. This little cottage is where the whole collection started, and it still feels very like the heart of my village. Outside the houses, there are lots of jobs and special roles in the village. Christopher Apple Blossom, as I said, runs the bakery and supplies bread for everyone. The Macy's City Mouse family comes for fresh bread and pastries. Suzette Simpkins, the grey cat waitress, runs the Café Patissier. The villagers come for cakes, gossip and romantic dates. There are also some very romantic figures. Bobby and Louisa Bright Eyes, the grey rabbit wedding couple from one of the earliest Sylvanian wedding sets, and Drew and Arabella Dante, the cream cat wedding couple with their adorable drama class love story. Dr. Murdoch works at the village hospital, and Alex the milk rabbit father is the local dentist. In my story, the children actually look forward for their checkups. And meet the Husky family, here for their regular checkup with their adorable triplets. I imagine them in a cozy log cabin tucked away in the mountains. So this is my entire Sylvanian village so far. 4 houses and just over 30 characters. Families, neighbors, shopkeepers, nurse, doctor, traveler, all sharing this small world together. Tell me in the comments which family or character you like the most and what kind of house or building you think I should add next. If you also collect Sylvanian families, I'd love to hear about your favorite figures and the stories you've created of them. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye!